Thank you.
Yeah. So here earlier we have static value here. So whatever the account name we are going to retrieve from the Salesforce, that account name we are giving it as a static value here earlier.
Okay.
Okay. Giving like a static value, and what is the account name we are giving, we are entering here. Suppose we are retrieving test account, right? We are giving test and click OK. Then we are assigning to DDP underscore name, dynamic document property. Okay. And this name will pass to here, right? We are retrieving the DDP name, DDP
Right.
underscore name, and this value we are assigning again to name. So this name will be going to in the filter, right? And filter, it is going to take it. Sorry.
Name equal to.
Yeah. So name equals to. So it is going to retrieve the corresponding account details from the Salesforce. Now, instead of like giving account name statically in set property shape, what I'm going to give is dynamic process property. Okay. So dynamic process property you already know, right? So dynamic process property, we are going to
Oh,
take value.
earlier we gave document property, then dynamic document property, right?
No. Earlier, here also we are giving dynamic document property.
Okay.
Earlier we given static value here.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Again here, what we are taking is dynamic process property. We are taking this dynamic process property value. We are giving query underscore name. Okay. Query underscore is a. This is like whatever like we are passing. Suppose we are passing query parameters from the sales, like postman
Postman.
outside of the postman outside of Boomi, we are passing the query parameter name. You know, right? What is the query parameter? So whenever we are going to test it, any REST APIs, we have to pass our request in three ways. One is query parameter, one is URL parameters, one is form parameter, like not three ways. One is form parameters, query parameters, URI parameters, one body. And header also we are going to send sometimes the details. So request we have to send many ways. While hitting to any service, we are going to pass many ways. One is query parameter. Query parameter means we are going to pass key and values in the URL. Okay, like this. This is the query parameter. Suppose we are going to pass name equals to test. So we are going to pass name value. So what is the name? We want to pass test. This is the query parameter.
So name is nothing but we mentioned that in
Yeah.
Bhumi, right?
Yeah, boom. So name is nothing but here. Whatever you are going to give here, query parameter name, the same name you should enter here. Suppose you are going to give small name, so you can give something like name. Then you should give. It is also case sensitive. Okay, name. Okay. Then what will happen whenever we are going to give dynamic process property query underscore. This query underscore is nothing but it represents query parameter. We are querying query parameter. Okay, it is represent query parameter. So some value is coming from the outside in the form of query parameters, which is represents. And what is the query parameter name? So the query parameter name is name. Key is name. Okay, then it is going to take test value. So whenever it is given query underscore name, it is going to take it a test. And this test value assigning to DDP underscore name. This DDP underscore name assigning to parameters tab. Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm going to already I have given deployed this one as a name, and you can go to test it. Now it is getting like a test. Suppose if you want to get test one, so we are going to give dynamic values here.
Okay.
So that is the reason we are passing dynamic process property, and we are given query underscore. I think test one is not there, might be, and
My name, I think.
just no, I'm retrieving from my account. Oh, I think you given your name.
Yeah. You given my name. Yeah.
I think Magesh. No, there is no account with
Maybe
this
Gopi.
marriage.
Gopi. Even this also case sensitive. The account name also case sensitive.
Let me open Salesforce, then we can easily know, right, which account is there.
Yesterday even I tried actually, but I'm not able to pull this query one. But static value I can able to pull in Postman. But Postman I didn't download. I just make it in Chrome only. Chrome itself.
Yeah, Chrome only.
Browsers.
Yeah. So we can, yeah, we cannot download as well. Also, we
Yeah,
can
yeah, correct.
add something like plugin. So suppose I have something like
See
Magesh.
Mahesh K. Yeah,
So this is like a recently viewed.
yeah.
This is the recently viewed. Get all accounts. Yeah, we have account 11. Something.
So when we pass the parameter in the URL, no need to provide anything in the body or some other way, right?
Yeah,
Simply.
this is the query parameter. Yes, this is the query parameter we pass. Okay.
And how
So
you are
this,
giving in the body? Can you show me?
yeah, body is nothing but here. If you want to post something, like suppose here.
Oh, when it's go to body, if we have to change the method, post method.
Yeah, and change method is nothing but it is not going to give dynamic document property right here. So now in this case, what you can give? So in query account, right?
Mm.
Body is nothing but expected input type. So are you giving your input as something like single XML object? I can modify this method input type.
Okay.
So input type, you are going to pass your input as a body in XML or JSON. With a single JSON object, you can take it the single JSON object. Okay. And what is your JSON object format? You're going to send it. So suppose account to JSON request. Okay. Account, but it is actually wrong. Okay. Why? Because it is good. Okay, but it is not recommended. Why? Because we are sending XML response and we are giving a no, we can make it like a single XML object. We are sending response in XML and we can take it XML only.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we have to set the profile now.
Account XML. Oh, sorry. Account XML profile and no thanks. I will create my profile and here add child account and account name like this. A moment. So this is the way you should give account name. Okay. So this account name you should pass it from.
Postman.
Yeah, you should pass it from Postman.
Oh.
As a body. Okay. as a body, you should pass it. Now you should deploy this one. And also one more thing, and set property shape, what should you give? And this is the query name, right? It's not going to remove it. And we are receiving as a profile element. This profile element is XML, and here account XML profile. From the account account name we are getting. Now again, you should create a package component, deploy. So where we are deploying production or testing?
No, testing. So because of returning document, we got the XML in the Postman, right? If you are not giving return document over there, only the request will come here, not returning to the Postman.
Yeah,
right?
request come to here only stop shape on like okay. Otherwise, it's not going to return back.
Okay.
Where we are calling this process. Okay. Now we are giving something like in Postman. You can use it and post method and execute. And what is the raw data and what is XML application like account name account 11. This is the body. You're going to send it, right?
Okay.
I think something wrong. Root.
Root again. Spell.
That's what I want. Let me.
Root. It's spelling. Okay.
I'll do one thing. Okay, account. Let me create a profile. Then we can import. Then we can easily understand how it is. Account. Under account, we have account name. So this is the XML. I'm going to save it. This is account.xml, account name, account. Okay. Now let's go to this single XML object. The same format. If the format is like not matching, then it's not going to import. Okay, account name. I think we should send it. And here also we have to now save and create a package component again. Whenever you are going to change any request and response, any method, then you have to redeploy. Okay.
Okay.
Anything you want to change in the process, you have to redeploy. Not only.
So there is no limit for the deploying, right?
Yeah, why? Because we are hitting right from.
Because we are not able to test actually.
Yeah. Now we have Yeah, now we are getting account level, and now account
But
call.
still we need to give the query name, query over there, like
No, it is not. No, sorry, it's not required actually. Okay, it's not required. Even if we are giving, it's not going to take it, right? Why? Because there we are not querying this one.
Okay.
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 Let's see here. That is. This is the way you're sending like in a body. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you, yeah. So this is web service server action.
Okay.
Okay, you got it right.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Now, so in the same thing, like in the same process, we are going to do one more thing. Okay, what we are going to do is I'm going to use like ProcessRoute shape. Okay, and okay, so ProcessRoute shape is nothing but already discussed about this one. Like ProcessRoute is, it is similar to process call shape only. Okay, ProcessRoute shape is similar to process call shape, but the difference between process call shape and ProcessRoute shape is process call shape also calling subprocess from process A. It is useful to call subprocess from parent process. The same way process route shape also calling subprocess from parent process. But the limitation in process call shape is only we can call one process at a time in process call shape.
Okay.
Okay. But in process route shape, we can call multiple process from parent process. Suppose we have subprocess, 5 subprocess. Okay. In that 5 subprocess, how many so which subprocess we want to call from parent process? Dynamically you can decide. Okay, suppose we have process A and we have process B, process C, process D. Let's assume process A is calling B, C, D. Then in runtime, which process you want to call from process A, or B, or C, or D? Okay, we have something like routing techniques are available in process route shape. This routing technique, one second. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, sorry. So here in process route shape, and So we are going to decide, we have to write some routing techniques here, and we can route to which process you want to call from this parent process. Okay, suppose we have to create a process route here, and so make sure it is process route shape, and process route shape is wait for the sub process to complete, same wait for the sub process to complete, and abort if sub process fails. And process route, so here pass through is nothing but the same way there, like we have data pass through, right?
Right.
And the pass through is nothing, whatever the data is coming, if you want to pass as it is to to sub process.
Okay.
Okay, this is a pass through, and the process routing here, and here you can define like in a key. Okay, you can define the key here. Here key is okay. So based on the key, you are going to based on the key, you are going to route to which process you want to call. So here you can define the key name. Suppose if you want to call this process to retrieve the details from Salesforce, let's assume. So you are going to use like an SFDC means, okay. And here you can give route key also. So label should be optional, and this would be route key is a mandatory. Okay, this is SFDC. The key name must be unique within this process route component. Now you should call sub process. So which sub process you want to call? Okay, which sub process you want to call? Web services server I want to call. So save and close. Okay.
Web server is the parent process here, right?
Yeah. So here what I'm gonna know, actually I'll tell you. So here I want to modify something. I already have process route. Just here I'm going to remove this one.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to create one more process here. For your understanding, then
from there we can call
so otherwise what we can do is we are going to create one more process, new component, and SFDC. This is SFDC process. Okay, process name is SFDC process. This is the data pass through. Make the recommendation changes for me, and I'm going to use something like set property shape. The set property shape I'm going to use dynamic document property.
Okay, dynamic document property and dynamic process property.
Yeah.
Do you have a difference?
Yeah, we have a difference. Like a dynamic document property is a document level. A dynamic process property will process level. So dynamic document property is nothing but whenever the document will pass through the set property shape, and it's going to take the value from the document.
Oh, okay. Which one? Document mean like here XML or
yeah, XML or JSON? Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
I will take a separate session for this. Okay, for a better understanding. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss on this then. So DDP underscore something like name. I'm going to take it. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Let me first. The same thing, whatever there and process a web service server, the same thing I'm taking here for SFDC, only SFDC related process it is. Salesforce. Query, and the connection is already have query account by name. Okay.
So sales for
Same thing, same. So whatever like we are working so far, that is only taken. Dynamic document property and DDP underscore. Yeah, no. Yeah. And DDP underscore name. Okay, this is the document property and value I'm receiving from XML.
it look like copy, right? You copy the same process.
Yeah, same one again. So the same
We
web
can
service or whatever is there, the same. Yeah, we can we can copy paste also, no problem. So here I'm going to remove this one. Okay,
web
I want
server.
to remove this one. Now here I want to use like process route shape here. Okay, from process route I'm going to call. So already have process route are defined, and to go to this. This is what we defined, right? Process route SFDC. Now which process you want to call? Okay, I want to call SFDC process. Okay,
Okay.
you got it right? And save and close. Save and close. Okay. Now I'm receiving this written document shape. Now this we should give written document again here. So this is the default one, and I can go to stop it. Default one. I will tell you what is the default one. Okay. As of now, we can stop here. And here. And here. And SFDC process. Display name is you can give account
Okay.
details.
In SFDC, we don't keep the web servers, right? Web server.
Sorry.
In SFDC process, okay.
Yeah.
We don't keep start in web server, right?
No, it is like start shape.
Just for data pass through.
Yeah, we are hitting this service. We are hitting this server, web service server only. We are going to hit. Okay, we are going to hit this service. Okay, and this service we are going to call process route. Process route will call SFDC process. SFDC process will query the account details and giving written back to again parent process, web service server. Okay.
Then here the parent process is the web server, right?
Yeah, this is parent process web server. This is what we are going to hit from outside.
Okay. Okay.
So the process route shape is nothing but like process call only. It's going to call sub process. That is nothing but SFDC process. Here, if you see here, we are calling a like an SFDC process. SFDC process we are going to call.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to call process route SFDC process. So add return path, not return are configured. Process call by the shape is not execute return data. So I'm going to use return data here. Account. Some random was mapping ceramic values will be saved. The currently are attributes are you would like to save the complex save. Okay, so this is the query account details. I'm going to give written document here again. So here, see, we are giving like an account.
What it is a key? It's a normal, right? It's anything
Yeah,
we can
it is
do, right?
normal only. Yeah, it is. See here, we are giving here account. Suppose we are returning, right, SFTC process web service server, we are calling process route shape. Okay. In process route shape, what we are giving? See, we are calling SFTC process. SFTC process returning some account details, right? SFTC processing account details returning. So then process route will return. So this is what process route return path is account. I defined account here in general tab. I defined account here, path name. So why? Because it is, see, this path name must be unique with this process route component. So configure route return path. Return path is nothing but return the path map the return documents shapes in process to the predefined interface path in the process route. Means, suppose we are returning this SFDC process, right? We are returning this as an account, right? So the return document, we should map it to parent process. Parent process. The return document map it to parent process. So that is the reason in
So
process
we
route
can
shape
go
by
to
creating a
account
path
tab,
name.
click the written document.
Yeah, yeah, whatever the return document account.
Whatever we giving
Yeah,
name account here, it should
yes,
passing over there.
passing to here account, right?
Okay.
So this process routing shape, this account details we are passing to account of the this one, account of this one. Okay, here you can give like something account or something, anything you should give. This is the account. This is the account path. So this is what I created, account path. This is the account path. This is the default path. Okay. So I created account path here like this. This is account path I created. So this account path is created is nothing but this one. This is the one. This is the path. Okay. This path, whatever the data is coming from the SFTC process, the account details. The account details will going to path.
Gopi,
Will go into this account.
actually, Gopi disconnected actually few minutes ago.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but I missed maybe minute portion with it. A minute ago, it disconnected.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
See here in process the return shape, right? We can create a path name. Why? Because suppose let's assume we have three process. Are you here clear now, right?
Yeah, I
Are you
can
able to hear?
hearing you.
Yeah. Suppose we have SFDC process. We have returning. Suppose we are returning account details here. One more process I'm going to create for account, like a database. Okay. Those details I'm retrieving from the database. Okay. Now we have two process. Let's assume. Okay. Now we have two process. Now in the two process, so which process we have to call from the web service server? We are based on the routing key, it will decide. That is okay. But once you return the data, how that web service server will route the data based on this paths. So that is the reason we are going to create this is for SFDC, or simply you can tell SFDC, you can create like an SFDC path, something like that. You can create an account. This is path is related to SFDC. This path is related to account, SFDC account. Now we see here SFDC account path it is. Okay.
Okay.
So this SFDC account path, what data you are going to send it this path? What data you are going to send it this path after getting the data from the sub process, and the data will be going to pass it default, or you are going to pass it SFDC account, right? So in the process route shape, go to process routing, and here you should map to account. The data is coming from the SFDC process account, right? This one. So return account SFDC account, something like, let's say.
The same value, whatever we are giving here,
Yeah.
we have to.
Suppose let's say SFDC underscore account here given. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This SFDC account data, you are going to pass it to. So here you can select like this. Yeah. So this is SFDC account. What data you have to account? See SFDC account. The process route return path, SFDC account. This FSDC account, you should map to accounts. The account data you are getting, right? So this is about. Sorry, this one. This is the one. Account underscore like this account return account. Now that will be changed. See, then we can map it like a return document. Then SFDC process route shape. So we should map it. So this is account details. We are going to return it. Let me close it and open it again. You can map it account details. Then
it's not coming.
actually we should reopen and refresh it, otherwise it will not take it. Yeah, so remember as of now, so return path is nothing but which path you are going to return it. So from that SFDC account I'm going to return it. Okay, this is the path I define here. You can define number of paths. Suppose we are going to one more path here and the process route shape. Suppose you can create one more path. So this is like database account, DB account, like something. We have one more, so DB account. So this is the return path is nothing but now go to this web service server. Now one more path is like generated for this DB account.
Okay.
Okay, means the returning data from the SFDC process, the returning data, how we are going to route to the which process. 1 second. How we are going to route to the which path, like and how we are which process you want to route the data. Okay, suppose you want to route the data to SFDC account, whatever the data is coming from the SFDC, the data is routed to SFDC or DP account or default. So that's what you have to decide in process route shape. Okay, so as of now I'm only passing the SFDC account. So here it is. So this is a return path. What data you are going to return? So that is what here SFDC account. So this is the one you are going to return to this data to this one SFDC account. This account details is nothing but here it is. This is the one. This data you are going to return to this SFDC account path. Save and close. Okay, so that is like a process route shape we are going to use. Okay, and here if you see here, one more thing you have to in process route shape, how we are going to call route parameter. So this route parameter is nothing but we are going to create a dynamic document property. Dynamic document property, and we are going to create a dynamic document property and DDP underscore something like process name, or you can give directly something static value if you want to give. You can give like static value. So SFDC, you want to call SFDC. So this SFDC, if you give SFDC static value, then what will happen? This SFDC key, okay, in route parameter giving like static value SFDC. This SFDC is going to check here. Is there any SFDC is there or not? Process routing shape. Yes, it is matching to this routing key.
What if we have multiple key, then we have to give multiple parameter, right? Gopi? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, can you, yeah, let me share my screen again. Actually, I power gone here.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly. Yeah, so the route key and it is matching with SFDC, then the particular SFDC process will call.
So which means
Okay.
like if we have multiple key, then we have to give multiple parameter, right?
Dynamic document property we should give. Yeah. So we should not give like a static value here in that case. In web service server, this value should not be, we should not give. Based on some field, we should pass this one, dynamic document property. As of now, we have one single, then that is the reason we are giving SL. If we have multiple process, then which process you want to call? We should decide like, we have to give this value as a dynamically based on the incoming data. Okay. Some of the key field, by using some of the key field from the incoming data, based on that, we are going to go to SFDC or we are going to some other process. So you have to decide here. Then it is going to decide like, based on that key, it's going to call which process in the process. Suppose we have like, one more key is defined for another process. Let's create one more process for database. So from the database, I'm going to DB account, something like this. Okay, I'm going to create another process here. It is related to database query. Let's say data pass through. Okay. Here I'm going to use for this process is called a DB process. Earlier we have HDFC SFTC process. This is called a DB process. This is DB related. So just here I'm not going to give anything. Just I'm going to give some message here. Okay. Some data I'm going to give statically here. Something like account name, something I'm giving like DB account for understanding. Okay. So let's assume this data is retrieving from the database.
Okay.
DB account, retrieved from the database. So I'm not going to retrieve any data from the database here. Just message shape I manually created one message, and this data I'm going to return. Okay. Static value, static message I'm going to return some account XML. That account XML, let's assume this data I'm returning from the database here. So actually I'm going to use the database and I'm going to return some data, but I'm not going to use database here at this time being. And this is for DB account. Okay, DB related account. So this is simple application. DB process means it is going to retrieve the database details and returning the data instead of just giving a manual static XML message. It is related to, let's assume, a database related data or account. 7 process. Now we have DB processes there. Okay, we have DB processes. Now what we are going to do is, yeah. Now I have DB account, and this is DB account related, and this is SFTC. It is DB account means we can give like a DB. Route key is a DB. Okay, so route key is a. Then go to this general tab. Now we should have how many processes required. One is for SFDC, one is for database. Okay. Now in ProcessRoute shape, I'm going to create one more that is for DB account. DB account. Save it. And go to process routing shape here. DB account. It is sorry SFDC account. We are not mapping why it is. We have DB account only is coming. One more, yeah. Now it is SFDC account. Yeah, it is correct. It is unmapped. Okay, this is correct. For SFDC, we are mapping SFDC we are mapping SFDC account, and DB we are mapping we are mapping for DB account, and general tab we are doing two tabs, two paths, and okay. Now we have two. Here also I'm going to use return document to return the document to. This is DB. Okay, this is the prouds. So here, routing parameters. How the routing parameter will call SFDC and a database. We have two process, right? In sub process, we have to call two process. One is SFDC, one is database. But here only if every time it is calling SFDC. But how you are going to decide which process you want to call based on some input. I want is send input is here account. I'm going to give some key parameter, something like so. This account details I want to retrieve based on the name from SFDC or database. Here I want to give something like target system. I want to give target system as a you have to pass whether SFDC, whether you have to pass database. So means this target system is nothing but so based on the target system, you want to retrieve this account details. If target system is DB, then you have to retrieve DB. This account name, if it is existing in the database, you should retrieve it from the database table. If you give like an SFDC, okay, so means target system is SFDC means you have to retrieve the details from the Salesforce account details. If it is a DB, you have to retrieve the account details from the database. Okay, based on this target system field, you have to route the data, whether it is like an SFDC process or whether it is go to database. Okay, you got it right?
Okay, got it.
So now accordingly your input request profile should be matched. All right, whatever you are sending this request profile should match with this. Make sure. Okay, what is this target system, right? Yeah, you have to create one more field here, that is add child element, and the child element name is target system. Save and close. This target system you have to define like this. Okay, save and close. Now we are receiving the target system. Based on the target system, we are going to route to here, here, right? So now I'm going to use dynamic document property based on the document. So based on the document, dynamic document means dynamically the document will be changed. The record will be changed. Document is nothing but record. Based on the dynamic document, we are going to route, right? So we have to create a dynamic document property. So document level property it is. Now I'm going to create a dynamic document property. It is document property. Under document property, you should have dynamic document property. So the dynamic document property I'm going to give is DDP underscore system. Okay, DDP underscore system.
Oh, you removed the static value, right? You removed the static value.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to give static value here. I'm going to give DDP underscore system here. This DDP underscore system here, I'm going to use like a set property shape in between start shape and process route shape. Here, I'm going to assign the DDP underscore system. I'm going to assign some value to DDP underscore system. So here, properties to set. I want to set document property, dynamic document property. This is the DDP underscore SYSTM. Okay. So this DDP underscore system, I'm going to retrieve the field from profile element. The profile element XML. account XML profile. Oh, it's not the one. It is taken. We have to wait sometime. We have to take it target system. Okay, so you know, right? A dynamic document property is nothing but which document based on the document property. What document property you're going to take it? Account name. Sorry, target system. So I'm going to retrieve target system. I'm going to assign to dynamic document property DDP underscore system. So this value is assigned from this target system, right? Then DDP system might have SFDCP or like no DB, right? So this value we are passing to process route shape. In process route shape, it will be whether it is a DB or we are going to pass SFDC. Then it is going to decide, and this value will comparing with will compare with this process routing. And if it is SFDC, okay, if it is DB, it is going to call this process. If it is SFDC, it is going to call this process. We got it.
Target system is a key. That is a value, the default value, right?
Yeah, target system is a default. Target system is a default value. Default means it is mandatory field. We should pass it.
Mandatory field. Like
mandatory field. We should pass it based on this one only, right? Whether this the account details are retrieving from the Salesforce or like in a database. So you know, right? Dynamic document property is nothing but, so whenever the dynamic will change, like dynamically document will change. Suppose document might be changed, right? It is now which is SFDC. Tomorrow I'm going to later I'm going to pass DB. Means the document might changing. Dynamically document is changing. So there is like a dynamic document property. Which document is coming based on this? It's going to take that property.
Okay.
You got it? Suppose we have received two. We have received two files at a time. Then what will happen? So first time, whenever it is retrieving the first file, then it's taking like DDP system is a DB. Okay, if second document is coming like something like SFDC, then it is going to take like SFDC.
Okay.
Based on the document level, dynamic document property is nothing but when now document level property it is. Document level property. Now let's deploy all these three processes now. Okay. Or first to create a package component, let's test it.
Oh, when you do, when we are deploying the web server, we have to deploy this also. The SFDC also we have to deploy.
Yeah. And also process route also you have to deploy. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to create a package component. Go to here and deployment. So package components.
Okay.
Create a package component. Go to Magish training where it is exactly.
Yeah, it is there.
Here in SAS training, right? It is. So we are under only we are giving. Okay. And here, what is the web services server we are giving?
That one
under process route. We should define these two processes. Let's say so we have SFDC process, but I'm going to call web service server and process route.
Why this SFDC process and DB process?
Yeah. We have to web service server, SFDC, process route, and DB process. Next, add details. This is a single package, right? In the single package, we have multiple process. Test environment. Sure. Okay. Deployment successfully. Yeah. Now we have to call DB. Now see here, DB account.
Oh yeah.
Why? Because we are giving already
that XML. Yeah. The
static message value we are giving. You know, that is the reason.
Correct.
Static value.
Okay.
Okay. Now here one more thing is now I'm going to SFDC. Then it is going to retrieve from the account 13 or something, account 11. for our understanding. Just
For DB, it doesn't matter, right? Only the target system
yeah,
we are
just
currently.
for process routing I'm using. So you should at least you are you're receiving, but you're not getting account 11. Why it is where 12 we are giving? So something. Yeah, here we are giving something only DB account something, right? This is just for
Yeah.
whether the process is routing or not based on our condition. So that's why I'm giving
Correct.
another process for understanding. And here SFDC is not, it's not moving to SFDC return account. This is account return only. This is for DB. And process route shape is something.
The value should match here. Return document
Yeah,
display
yeah.
name.
Yes. This is SFDC
Still
account.
right?
Yeah, it is account. It is correct, right? And
Yeah.
the DB account, it is DB account. It is correct only. DB account is DB account. And SFDC processes. So you can give like an SFDC account, something like this. Yeah, this is SFDC account. So SFDC account will pass to SFDC account. DB account will pass to DB account. Let's go to again. So packaged component. So SFDC. DB it is passing. Why it is so DB? So DB is successfully passing. So that, but what happened? This one process route shape. Let's check this one.
I think somewhere naming only, I guess.
Yeah, something SFDC. Okay, SFDC. One second, let me check account always there. But test already there, right? Let me check with test. Might be in process. We have to check. It is not returning any data. Yeah, I think yeah. Again, it is okay. No, it is SFDC. DB account only we return. So
Yeah.
yeah, something fishy. Let's have account 11. We have account 14. No problem. We already have an accounts. SFDC process. Let's check this process. Is something. Data pass through. Yeah. So I think this is the issue. I know it. Okay.
Account name or
Account name only. Earlier, which first one. This like an XML profile here configured, right? This account changed. XML is changed, right? Later. First we configure.
target?
Yeah. After that we are
Yeah.
adding target system or something. Might be. I think that is an issue. DDP underscore name. So this DDP underscore name we are passing here. Here static value. You know, we are not passing any value.
Okay.
Okay. Here we are giving to dynamic document property. Document property. DDP underscore name. Actually, we are not passing whatever like we are setting in set property shape. We are not passing. So that is the reason it's not getting any data. DDP underscore name, right? This value is passing to DDP underscore name, and here we are given static value empty.
Static value.
So now again we have to go to deployment package. Data package component. Understand, right? Process routing is important. Actually.
Yeah. Yes.
See, we are getting test database Salesforce. If it is a database, if you want to enter the details from the database, you can give database. But it is a dummy, okay? Just we are entering into database or not. Yes. If it is account 13 and it is SFDC. Now, based on the target system, it is automatically routing to the database or whether it is Salesforce. So that is like a process route shape. So you know the difference. What is the process concept? What is the process route shape?
Yeah, this is
clear, right? We'll connect tomorrow and we'll so we'll see that like deployment. So route shape. So we have some techniques in deployment. So suppose actually we are doing all process route shape using like SFDC and database process and web server. Like totally we have three process, right? So suppose something is changed in SFDC process. Something is changed in SFDC process. Can we deploy other three? Or like something we changed in process web service server can still be deployed in SFDC and DB process. So that some questions will be coming, and also it is very important to know. So how we are going to actually I have some confusion. Actually, I want to clear that one also. Yeah. I will give you some guide. You will read it. If you have any questions, we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. And the process route deployment logic. Okay. Actually, this is very important. Suppose what will happen deployment considerations. Okay, process route deployment considerations. This is important. Suppose SFDC, I change something. So can we deploy the other like parent process, like web service server? Suppose if something changed in web service server, can we deploy SFDC and the DB process? Is something like that. Okay. So this is considerations. You have to read it carefully. If you have any questions, we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. Go here. Okay. So in chart typing, just this. You can use this one. Process route deployment. How you are going to do the deployments.
Okay.
See, if you need to modify the subprocess that is called by the process route, you need to redeploy only subprocess. So whenever is subprocess, if you need to modify the subprocess, suppose we have SFDC process, we have database process, DB process. If change something in those process, you need to redeploy only that process. No need to deploy
not the parent
and a route.
Okay. Okay.
They have four, right? A route shape, and we have web service server, and we have database process, we have SFDC. SFDC and database process is a sub-process. Whenever you are going to change something, you have to deploy only those process, sub-process only. So you don't need to modify or redeploy the parent process or the process route component. Other two should not be deployed. Only sub-process. If you change something in sub-process, only the sub-process only you should deploy. Other process should not ignore it. So however, any changes that you make to the sub-process must be compatible with overall design in the parent process. Okay, you got it?
Yeah,
Suppose we are returning document something, right? We are returning some document. Process route, we are changing something. And returning document means something we are returning from the SFDC process. Suppose if you change something in here, it will be effect. Let's say if it is something effect to your parent process, if you think, then you are going to redeploy that parent process definitely, and process route also.
Okay.
Suppose you are changing here the name SFDC account or changing something, then this name will be effective here in process route shape, in routing path. This name will be changed here, right? FDB account or something like an SFDC account. Suppose SFDC account. Suppose here you are going to change something SFDC account name to something name, then this name will be effective here. Then that time you have to deploy process route shape also, you have to deploy. Suppose you are changing something here in general tab, you are going to change the path name SFDC account to something name. This SFDC account name will be changed to here, this path. Then whenever you're changing process route shape, it is going to be changing. So that is what he is saying exactly. However, any changes that you make to the subprocess must be compatible with the overall design of the parent process. So then you have to deploy all. Okay. If you need to add new route and subprocess to the process route, you need to create and deploy the new subprocess and update and redeploy the process route component. If you need to add new route and subprocess to the process route, means here in process route, if you are going to add new route, one more route you are going to add for new subprocess. We have third subprocess is available, SFDC, DB, something other than NetShift, let's say. We are going to add new route. Then what will happen? We are going to redeploy a route component and new subprocesses. You no need to redeploy the parent process and other subprocess. Hello?
Okay.
You got it, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you are going to add new subprocess to the route component, then you should deploy route component and subprocess only. You no need to redeploy the parent process. These 2 points are clear, right?
Yeah. This clear. Yeah.
If you want to change common logic in the parent process, such as error handling, suppose here in parent process, whenever any error occurred in this, okay, so you are going to add like a try catch shape here. Let's assume here we are going to add like a try catch shape. Then what will happen here? If you want to change common logic in the parent process, such as error handling, you need to modify and redeploy only the parent process.
Oh,
Okay. You
okay.
don't need to modify or redeploy the subprocess or the process route component.
Okay.
However,
Then wherever the change is required, there only we can do
yes,
the
exactly.
deployment.
Yeah. However, any changes that you make to the parent process must be compatible with the design of the subprocess. The same point here. Whenever you are going to change in the subprocess, it should be must compatible with parent process. Whenever you are going to change with the parent process, it should be compatible with the route and subprocess. Make sure. If you think if anything changes when you're going to change in one process, if you're going to be changed in other process, then definitely you're going to make sure those is compatible, and also you should redeploy. If it is not going to be any issue with the other process when you're going to change in parent process, we no need to deploy process route component and other sub process. So this is important.
Okay.
So a lot of questions. This is in interview point of view. So many questions will be asked. So actually we are going to confuse. Sometimes. So otherwise,
Okay.
interviewer will be make you confused sometimes.
Okay. I got it.
This,
Yeah.
this is the what I want to discuss tomorrow. But okay, we'll cover today. This is overall process route shape. Okay. So I will
Sure.
show you tomorrow, in 5 minutes, real time one, how this process route will be.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.